Okay, so I want to play Blades and Buccaneers, Fangs and Fury, and Darkness and Drama for you guys. These are always the decks that I recommend for new players to pick up. Blades and Buccaneers is a swarming, aggressive playstyle. You just want to put dudes on the board, attack a lot, right? Very, very aggro. Fangs and Fury slows it down a little bit and plays dragons. This deck cares about developing units and buffing them, and then using strike spells to kill enemy units while keeping your dudes nice and big. Darkness and Drama is a very slow playstyle. It actually has a lot of removal, and it has a lot of ways to stall the game, making it to where the opponent wants to surrender more than you pushing your own win con. Does that make sense? Darkness and Drama does have ways to win later on, but it takes a while to get there. But it's really, really good at being a new player-friendly control deck. It's super simple to play. The most important part of learning it is actually learning the rest of the game. You want to know like what priority units to take out. You want to know what the opponent is doing. So you get better at Darkness and Drama as you get better at the game in general. Does that make sense? So we have aggressive keywords like Fearsome. Makes it hard for opponents to block us. And we have direct damage. That's pretty good. We're fighting Nilah. I think I want to maximize having units in my hand, so I'm going to get rid of the spells because we want to swarm first. We care about units first and foremost. The spells are kind of like support cards or finisher cards. Does that make sense? So we're just going to play the aggressively statted Elegant Edge and swing. We might float too, because if we don't have a unit to play on turn 2, I mean, I guess we'll just have Brother's Bond mana later, because our unit mana is banked for us if we don't use it. But yeah, they can't block us because of Fearsome, so we get 1 cheap damage on turn 1. Do we get a 2-drop here? We get a 1-drop. That's kind of awkward. I don't want to play that, though. So on any turn that we don't use mana, we can use it as spell mana in a future turn, up to 3. So we do not mind just passing turn 2 here. I don't want to trade. I want to stay aggressive. I don't want to go behind on the board. So we're going to float 2 mana. And we're going to play Misfortune.
No prey.
Misfortune is really good on attack turn 3. That's when she's at her best. So I'm glad that we got to play that out. And then we're going to attack with both. Again, they can't really block our Fearsome as of yet. And we're going to get cheap extra damage from the Misfortune passive, whittling them down a little bit here. Yep, we can just commit the attack. We don't have to play any spells yet. Let them determine block targets. If they block, then we may change what we do here. Okay. This does make me kind of want a Brother's Bond. I get 2 extra damage now. Is my Brother's Bond going to be better later? Possibly. I think we can hold it. I think we're okay holding this.
Love ya.
Got the extra damage. Misfortune doesn't take any damage back because the unit died. Crackshot Corsair, okay. I'd like to play Make It Rain this turn and play both of my 1-drops and continue swarming. Oh, they're playing Elusive Nilah. That's really interesting. So we can't block her. We can't block either of these units because we're elusive. This is like flying in Magic the Gathering. We can only block them if we also had flying units, which we do not, okay? So let's go ahead and do Make It Rain during the combat, so it's a guaranteed hit on Nexus. We'll do this after. Is Ash LeBlanc aggro? It's mid-range. It's a bit slower than aggro. It wants to win in the mid-game, and it cares about its units, so it buffs them. It's more similar to dragons. Yep, this is fine. I can't block them, so I just have to take the damage. We're going to race. Whoever kills each other first wins. Whoever makes it to the end of the race. We can't really do much other than that, because they're playing uninteractive attackers, and we're playing pretty uninteractive attackers too, so it's just going to default to a race. Hello? That is a lot of discarding you're about to do. You are like turbo leveling Nilah though.
Ain't no sport in powder.
But it's okay. Do you see why we care about our units first and our spells second? Because we're going to use spells at burst speed when we attack. We want to make sure we have a strong board first, and then play our spells. That's going to be Might. I'm going to Might Misfortune, so we have Overwhelm. Overwhelm makes it to where if something is removed during combat, we still push our damage through. It's like piercing damage. Because they're playing Piltover and Zon, they have access to 2 damage removal cards like Mystic, and they also have Time Winder. So we want to do our buffs on our high HP units to increase our chance of the damage going through. We can do both spells because they're burst speed, and now we're threatening exact lethal, you see? They have to come up with an answer right now, like a Mystic Shot on my 1-2, and they'll live with 1 health. Like, look how much damage we just pushed out of nowhere. 16 in 1 attack. Yep, we just one-shot them. 1 punch! That's how you play pirates. And again, I'm playing like the default version of the deck. These cards suck. You can always make this deck better. Dragons are all about establishing your presence on the board. You want to do everything you can to have more units on your board than the opponent does, because you don't want to get overwhelmed. So we want to set up and then use our units to constantly win combat, slowly pressuring the opponent into submission. Alright, so we do not want to mulligan unless we have like low stuff. We don't have any low cards, so we could just full mull and try to get to like a 2-drop, a 3-drop. We could keep the Dragon's Clutch, but I think it's too risky. We want to get board presence right away. So we don't want to keep high cost cards. 4 is pretty fine, because we want to play in the mid game. And we don't mind passing the first couple turns sometimes. This is going to be a hard matchup, guys. This is going to be a frustrating one, because they're playing pranks. Okay, we have a 3-drop. Nice, we can curve. They're playing prank 1-drops, so they're going to swarm. Bonk, bonk. Yeah. So we have 3 spell mana to play with. And we have a 3-cost unit. That's good. Again, we want to establish board presence as soon as we physically can. And we want to make actions that align with that. They're on both champions in their top 7, which is really scary for us. I would like to kill that Nami ASAP. I think the best way to do that is confront right now. Grant an ally challenger. That way we can force grab that Nami. Because if we just attacked without Challenger, they could block with whatever they want. They could not block at all. But with Challenger, we get to determine what dies, and we want to kill their bench units, units that want to sit back. Champions, right? High priority targets. So we're going to do Challenger to do that. Pie. We just won the game. They're doing Pie Toss to try to trade and kill our unit. Really important mechanic of the game, by the way, is check the eyeball on the left. Whenever anything is resolving, you can see the end result by hovering over this eyeball between our HP. Really, really important for learning the game. So you can see if they resolve double Pie Toss and the trade happens, I lose my guy. That's cringe. We're going to do our 1-cost spell to make the opponent surrender. They just lost the game. Because now, with Tough, we take 1 instance of damage less from all sources. That means the pies do nothing. They do 0. Tough is a really good keyword. And the Tough is also a permanent buff. We have that forever. And we have a dragon to play. We have Shyvana. We can play our champion now. I kind of wish I had a... I don't know. Maybe we give her Challenger with Duelist and play her on attack 5. That might be better. Because we don't really have a turn 5 to play. So, wow, he's going to hurt. We do Laurent Duelist to give Shyvana Challenger. Okay. We will float Form Up mana, so we can use Form Up next turn. And we will play Shyvana on attack 5, and she has Challenger, so I can grab. Seems like the play. I'm taking 4 to face from another flying unit. I don't have flying or reach, so I can't block him. Because he's elusive. But it's fine. We might be able to... Oh, there's our... Oh, I wish I knew I was going to top deck him. That's fine, though. We're going to play Shyvana and keep our Form Up mana. I think that's fine.
Monsters with heart are still monsters.
We're going to try to grab that Fizz. We have 2 Challenger units, so we can grab whatever we want. However we want. Another one of these guys. Okay. Let's make Shyvana grab Fizz, because she's going to live. And we'll make the Dragon Guard grab the 3-2, because he will live since he has Tough. And we can also attack with our 2-2. This attack order matters. If you do this out of order, we're missing out on stat buffs in case the Dragon Guard dies, because he needs to be alive to grant dragons additional stats. So we want to do Shyvana first, then this unit. That way he doesn't die and then she misses buffs. Okay, and again, we still have Form Up for protection. Looks like the attack went well. We're just trying to control the board and establish dominance and stay ahead. That's it. That's our whole goal. How do you have another champion? They are a lucky gamer. They opened multiple copies of their champions in their top 10, so it's a lot of pressure that we're constantly dealing with. We should be okay since we can attack on our defense turn, though, using Dragon Guard Lookout on turn 6. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. It's just an... Oh, shit, let's go! Another aspect... Oh, how do you have so many champions? I'm gonna cry. So, Strafing Strike and other strike spells are a main concept for Demacia to play around. It allows us to attack our enemies with a spell, using our dragons. So, really good card. The fact that they have 4 of their champions in their top 11, though, is actually going to make me lose my mind. Jeez, oh man. Even with that, we'll probably still win, to be honest. We just need to know what this last card in their hand is. Because I can kill this Fizz. Ah! If they don't have a fast speed spell. Okay, we got it. I think I'm gonna kill that Fizz. Actually, wait, don't we get next action? What are they doing?
The Mirai will never know fear again.
Is there a better play I can make? Let me look. A 3-4, 5-2. Better yet, what I could do is... That deals 2 to her, though? That's kind of cringe. No, maybe we should just grab. I think we should just grab. Yeah, we can grab Nami and grab Fizz with our 3-1. So let's just resolve this. We're going to save the strafing. Grab you. Grab you. Attack, attack. Yes. I came in while you're Dragon Ball MC. Yo, it's One Punch Man. I'm One Punch Mao. One punch. Alright, so. Nice, we're actually getting away with all this. We could do a form up to make something trade in our favor. It would probably be the Dragon Guard Lookout. That way we can just keep our body. No, never mind. No. Math, guys, math. It would still kill. We could do it on the Gentleman. The Duelist. And then he will live with 1. And then he dies to Perilous Pastry. Is that even worth? Probably. I think the little bit of board pressure does go a long way. Yeah. Because Shyvana's not going to be at Perilous Pastry. She's getting buffed. So we'll keep him. Humor 12 out of 10. Let's go. Also, welcome in, Ray. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Happy Monday. Much love, and I'm excited to play DBD with you tomorrow. For those of you guys who don't know, Ray is also a fantastic streamer, VTuber, Dead by Daylight extraordinaire. And they're going to help me with some games, because I'm a noob. So I'm going to hit you with a shout out. Would recommend. All we did was, again, get on the board, establish dominance, stay ahead on board. Grab, grab, grab. Value trade, value trade, value trade. We want to attack and block efficiently, so our units are living, their units are dying. Win the game. Even when they had a really strong hand, they had multiple champions, we still forced them to surrender because we played efficiently. That's how you play dragons. This is a pretty good way to do it, too. We have Sentinel, we have a removal card that kills something of theirs. We can even kill Zed and Gwen. Both of their champions are targetable via Soul Harvest, which is great. So we're going to pat. We're going to get rid of Glimpse Beyond. We don't really need that in this matchup. And we're just going to play removal. See what happens. They're playing one of the best decks in the game. And we're playing budget, beginner, a starter deck. That's not that great. Okay? So this one might not be a win compared to the last two, but I'll try my best. They're playing literally like top 3 deck. So we'll see how it goes. Turn 2, we're going to play the Twisted Catalyzer. This is the best card in our deck. The main theme of our deck is this card called Darkness, okay? We have multiple units that make a darkness in our hand, and we can use that darkness whenever we want, as long as we can pay the cost. We have ways to buff darkness, we have ways to make darkness cheaper, and we have lots of ways to keep making it. So it's a reoccurring removal tool. And it's really cool for that. I think a lot of players love the concept of having one control card and you just keep generating it and keep buffing it. So that's what we're going to be doing. This card buffs it. It makes it stronger so we can hit more things. This card discounts it, making it cheaper. So we can play more and more darkness. I really hope they just play Zed on 3, because if they do, they don't have any spell mana to protect them from Soul Harvest. Damn it. I kind of want to do Soul Harvest here. Probably on the Redeemed Prodigy. I think that's pretty efficient. If they have Mark of the Isles or Wuju Style, I'm fudged. That works. Welcome in, Morp. I've noticed that there are more beginners in chat today asking about, you know, beginner tips, beginner decks, things like that. So I'm just breaking down the 3 decks that I'd recommend for new players, being Blades and Buccaneer, if you like aggro, Fangs and Fury if you like mid-range, and Darkness and Drama if you like control. So I'm just doing like a segment. Double Glimpse is really sus in this matchup. Each round, the first time you kill a unit with a spell, deal 2. We should probably assume they want to play Gwen or Foyer this turn. Taking that into consideration, what should we do? Probably open attack, to be honest. Open attack and then just set up Robemaker after. Oh, they whiff Stalking. Yeah, so they played a card that says, pick a follower from the top 4 in your deck, draw it. There was no follower in their top 4. So, hey, that's unlucky. Aha, there's the Gwen. They don't have any Hallow Engrave, which is nice. So I think we can definitely just set up a Senna this turn and get a Darkness in our hand. And we can use the Darkness starting next turn. Then we can start killing that Gwen. But for now, we can block. Try not to die. Try to take a little bit less damage. We want to do our 3-4 to their 3-4. These units are, again, elusive. We cannot block them. So we're just going to block Gwen to our Robemaker. Check the eyeball. Make sure we see what's going to happen upon resolution. We're going to keep our unit. Quick attack means they, you know, she strikes first. So we can't do something like this. We could do this, but that might sacrifice our Senna to a buff, and I don't want to do that. If they have Mark of the Isles or Wuju Style. If they tap to 0 and had literally nothing, obviously we would do Senna here. But they're attacking with mana up, so it's kind of a mind game. I want to assume that they have a way for Gwen to kill my Senna, so I'm not going to let them do that. Alright. Oh, that's such a good card. Do we want to open attack first and then do all this shit? I think so, right? Because we'd like to have the extra darkness. So something that you want to do with Senna is cast darkness during your attack call. It's super rare. You almost never see this, but it's correct to do. We can also full send. The reason is she creates a new darkness whenever you do an attack call with her, so you can double dip on it this turn. We also have the fast speed pie. So we'll see what they do. Again, I'm kind of worried about buffs, Wuju styles, things like that. We established dominance with this pie toss, though. We really do. It's about to be kind of wild. Whoa! Dude. Dude. We can win with Watcher of the Isles burn. That never fucking comes up. But it's actually going to. So we play Watcher of the Isles, and then we pie toss a 3-1. They take 2 damage. Next turn, we can win with that. Hey, is this secretly the best card in the game? Who fucking knows?
Keep your distance.
That's insane. This guy's kind of cool. He's usually one of the first cards you take out when you refine the list from the structure deck form. But hey, I don't know. He's kind of cooking, I think. Yeah, you can only go face with the Darkness level 2. Yeah, we're a little far from Vagar too, so it wasn't that much of a threat for them. Do the pastry. That's it. That's all we have to do. Just wait. Chillin'. We beat one of the top 3 decks in the game with Scuffed Ass, Darkness and Drama, Watcher of the Isles. That's crazy. We're a little deranged for that, but you saw how, for the most part, we just wanted to like sit there and react. we got to play a little aggressively because when they play elusives, they're telling us, hey, these units can't block. So we were allowed to develop and get attacks off anyways with our Catalyzer and with our Burgeoning Sentinel because they don't want to block with their elusives. So we got a lot of cheap damage in, whereas normally we kind of just sit back and use our units as blockers exclusively. So it's pretty interesting game.
One must snap the wood before burning the fire.
Nice try, Yeti. They ZZC'd me! Hey! What the fuck?